Buy one for every computer you use. Anything else is like going to the store, taking the disc and walking out the door. It's called thieving, stealing, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours.
I don't really know if she cares or not. All I know is she left a lot of stuff in my apartment. She's never getting back. As her smell of a pillow fades, her cigarettes might stay like a Roman Colosseum, a dry and worthless monument to our love. Ooh, I still have your lighter. Ooh, I still have your book. Ooh, I still have everything you brought, but you never took. You know where to find me, and I know where to look.
I'm not a crook.
Stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours.
And I don't really know if she knows or not, but I left some things in her jewelry box, and she's wearing out my rings, taking the compliments meant for me. And although I think I'll miss them, at least there's proof of my existence. A captive little soldier on her fingers, deep behind enemy lines. Ooh, I still have your lighter. Ooh, I still have your book. Ooh, I still have everything you brought, but you never took. You know where to find me, and I know where to look.
I'm not a crook.
Stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's
My copy of Gravity's Rainbow that you probably didn't read. And how about my Laura Nero record she probably threw away when she moved? And how about the half a box of lentils from when I cooked her food that she probably didn't use? I want to dedicate this jam to all those things I left behind in girls' apartments and various domiciles over the years. Sometimes you gotta leave in a hurry, man, what can I say? Except I didn't forget about any of it. I'm taking it all back.
stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's stealing, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours, taking what's not yours. That's I asked you a question, I wanna know why. I wanna know why. Why'd you have to make a record about me? Why'd you have to make a record about me? I
it started when you were with him, and how he never even took you out to dance. But did he fuck with any rhythm? And now he's playing with your head. But did he ever make you come? And did he ever make you cry? Do the wires in your mind get sewn together, rubbed and severed by the heat? And you don't know how long I can stare into your picture and wish that it was me. I guess it's different cause you love him, but I've got an interactive, sick and twisted imagination, and that's gotta count for something.
We wanna talk about sex, but we're not allowed. Well, we may not like it, but you better lay down, cause it's your turn now. You're wasting your time with excuses and lies. Get your face between my thighs.
Dreamt of standing in your doorstep, licking sweat off of your forehead, with your finger in my mouth, and the sound when leather jackets hit the ground. You should hear when you're not around, when it's just us horny poets who can't wait to write it down. Swear we were only being honest. Do you like these little sonnets? Cause I wrote them just for you, and how quickly they turn sour, so be careful who you screw. And never call. And I'm starting to suspect you don't intend to do anything you say at all.
We wanna talk about sex, but we're not allowed. Well, you may not like it, but you better lay down, cause it's your turn now. You're wasting your time with excuses and lies. Now what's on your nasty old mind? By yourself, sitting alone. I hope we're still friends, yeah, I hope you don't mind. By yourself, sitting alone. I hope we're still friends, yeah, I hope you don't mind. By yourself, sitting alone. I hope we're still friends, yeah, I hope you don't mind. By yourself, sitting alone. I hope we're still friends, yeah, I hope you don't mind. By yourself, sitting alone. I hope we're still friends, yeah, I hope you don't mind. By yourself, sitting alone. I hope we're still friends, yeah, I hope you don't mind. By yourself, sitting alone. I hope we're still friends, yeah, I hope you don't mind. By yourself, sitting alone. I hope we're still friends, yeah, I hope you don't mind.
Gather around, everybody, have you heard the latest craze? Put your hands in your pockets and look the other way. Remember those times when you were laughing and naked on my couch? Pretend it never happened, politely smile as you turn around, and do the act like you never met me. Do the act like you never met me. Do the act like you never met me. And slowly walk away. The hidden kisses, the clumsy conspiratory glance. But I don't really mind it, no, I always liked the way you danced. It's so easy to do, so much simpler than the one we did before. Just point out your toe at someone you know, and pretend that they're not. And do the act like you never met me. Do the act like you never met me. the right. Now tell me once again how I was a really great guy. Now dip to the right. Now shimmy to the left. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't answer my text. Now take a step back and take a couple more. Now one more sorry look before you walk out that door. Arch your back when you spend the night with him. Bounce around a while, never talk to me again. That's how you do the act like you never met me. So do the act like you never met me. Do the act like you never met me. And slowly walk away. Everyone looks the same.
how many minutes?
Very few.
But you offered me a kiss. Why?
Such a foolish reason, I'm afraid. I just wanted to kiss you.
And there's a song there that's coming from, from inside.
Louise, she just wasn't thinking when she climbed into his bed. She only wanted to lie beside him, to easier. It was